Now see the situation and how the viveka should work in our life. Viveka means discernment. Discernment, viveka means to separate. To separate what? Real from the unreal. But if I don't know that what is real and the false, I cannot separate it. Then what sometimes happens that I give a reality status to what is false. And when we give a reality status to what is false, then what happens? Then the mind returns with the likes and dislikes, joy and sorrow, delusion, attachment, emotional immaturity, and then we declare that I am worthy of suffering. Our journey to the Eastern wisdom declares we are not worthy of suffering. So if means we are suffering due to the ignorance. It just came to my mind in a flash when she told me that she had a ticket to Germany. She normally goes to Germany and France every summer. She had the ticket and then she had to cancel the ticket. Her health was not allowing her to visit, and so she decided to quit it, and that is why she is in extreme anxiety. That is how we people talk. What is the cause of my anxiety? Because of the honey, because of the relations, because of the world outside, because my flight was cancelled and I was a lot of stress, and because I did not eat what I should have eaten, and because I ate something, and that is why I have problem in my life. Oh, employee left it, he was very expert, and so he left, in your case, if I say so. You can better understand this example because you know about Ramayana. Ramayana, in which the character is depicted as Ravana. Ravana has 10 heads. And he was known as one of the greatest intellectual, intelligent people who knows everything about the Eastern wisdom, the Vedas and the Upanishads, and he was a great devotee of the Shiva, who is the originator of yoga. Shiva gave him a lot of power. One side of his story. And he was also known as a demon. Why we are suffering? We have a demon inside, and we are also wise. When the wisdom goes into the background, wisdom hides because what I am doing is not right and good, one thing. Second thing, that I have an over expectations of the outcome of my action. Any outcome. I loved you so much and you are cheating me. Outcome. No, I'm made to cheat, so that's why I'm cheating you. The guy is not affected. Even if you cry, even if you have emotional attachment, dependence. Our daughter, our son do not listen to us. see, our daughter, our kids do not listen because we have also not listened to our mom and parents. Why? We have given a reality status to what is false. But anyhow, what I explained to Anne, that I said, okay, so you have a right to action. You have a free will. Animals do not have a free will. I'm explaining about the fourfold practices, how it works in our daily life. I said, you gave me such a beautiful example, and suddenly the mind revealed, and it saw the picture, Ravana, 10 heads, demon, wise, everything was clear, and that is what I explained to her. I said, so you have a right to action, free intellect. Free intellect is known as a free will. I have a right to choose an action, provided if the action is right and good. That means we have a duty and responsibility. I'm making it so simple. So I'm responsible at all the time in my daily life, in my relations, in the situations, in the conditions. Are you getting it? So go back to the same story. So I said, you have taken a right action. It is a normal right. Or you want to visit Germany, it's okay, or France. You got the ticket, that is also okay. Then what happened? You said, my health is not working. You created one more head. You imagined the head. Then on the opposite side, there is another head created. I will miss my friends. Then you created another head. It is too much, why my health is not. I given a health a reality status. That is not possible at all. So now I am living with the 4 heads. Now the 5th head come. Oh, I will miss emotional dependence. So I have another head. So now I am living with the 5 head. Then you did not sleep, the 6th head. Because you are wise. So the wisdom said, because of this trip was cancelled, so I am disturbed. So another head. And now this you are with the 10 head. Come on, if you live with the 10 head, which head has to choose what to do and what not to do? This is ignorance. So I told her, every time you have a sense of anxiety and duality, it is always better to stand before the mirror and remove all the imagined heads that you have. Only one head is there. So only one head can choose the wisdom. Only one head can decide viveka. If you have 10 head, not possible. Even if you claim that you are living wisely, you claim you are living intelligently, then what? 9 imagined heads are disturbed. He started laughing. I said, that appears very true. And her anxiety dissolved completely. There and then, without any practice, even though I gave her a practice, but her desire. You see how beautifully this master Valmiki, who wrote Ramayana, depicted Ravana as the wisest person. He was a great devotee of the Shiva. If I am a devotee of the Shiva, I am definitely wise. I know all the Vedas and the Upanishads and great. He built a golden country that is now known as Sri Lanka. He was the king of that kingdom. no doubt, about his intelligence, about his wisdom, about his accumulation of the wealth, about his winning the war. It is said that he even defeated gods and goddesses. Obviously, polymath, what he did, he abducted the wife of Rama. He abducted the wife of Rama. I give reality status to Rama's wife. It is outside me. Then I give a reality status to my sister, her sister, Ravana's sister. Her nose was cut by Rama's younger brother. So he got totally upset. I have to do something. So that is how we create an imagined heads that stops us to think wisely. You told me, I married to you, I gave you everything, and you are. Wisdom is gone. I created an imagined head. Just think in that term, and you see that from today you live wisely and you live in joy. That is Vivek. So after just concluding this session, and she was so happy, she said, I'm totally relaxed and calm. I recognized where lies the problem. What is the message? So if you are living a professional and active life, there is a message. If you want to awaken to the real self, there is a message. If you want to bring an end to the suffering, there is a message. Let us examine each of it. That is what the Viveka is. Living a professional life. So I have a desire. Desire has two components. Desire has one component is action, and the other component is the outcome, the result of an action. That is what the project is. It's so simple. I will do this and I will get this. So I will do this is an action. I will get this is an outcome, is the result. Krishna says, you have a right for the action because you have a free will, free intellect. You can join any profession, you can excel in that profession. You don't have a choice for the outcome that you have projected. He means that I have a limited control over the outcome. I don't have a total control over the outcome. But if I, due to the false, due to the emotional dependence, I find, I feel, I think that I have a total control over the outcome, there comes the problem. Suffering. So I told her that you had a ticket in your hand, you had a free intellect, and you have taken an action. You know which flight, at what time. Now when the action is going to be realized, do you have a total control? If the flight is cancelled, if you cannot reach in time, to take up the flight. Well, you have taken the flight. I don't want to save the flight. Flight in the sky. I don't want to say, but you think of it. You have reached there. What was your goal? To meet your friends, and now your friends have started thinking badly about you. You call her and she says, I don't want to meet you. Enough. Outcome. For the outcome, I have only one factor, that I am contributing to that outcome. But there are more than 1,000 factors. They all contribute together to realize that outcome. The first message, I must focus on what I am doing. I have a free intellect. I can use that. But here is a catch. You will never have any sense of duality and a conflict in your life at any point of the time. When we choose, first thing, action is clear. But that action comes with the responsibility. That responsibility is a duty. Duty means that I must choose what is right and good. I have a total freedom.
But right and good, that's also relative.
No. Is kindness relative? There are universal laws. So just understand it. I know that question is coming. Universal laws, gravitation, quantum. Start from the physics. Elements. Gold is gold. It is universal anywhere and everywhere. That is the universal laws. I have to find out what is right and good. You know, that is why every religion have do's and don'ts. Do's are universal. Any religion. Don'ts are also universal. Now, what your mind is going, so I just want to be very clear. You should be very clear. Then there are spatial laws. You have a knife in your hand and you want to stab me, and I save myself, in which you are killed. That is non-violence. I start fighting and slapping someone that because he stole my money. What is right and good? I have to report to the cop. I cannot fight. Only the cop has a right to slap. That there the confusion comes. So universal laws becomes the spatial laws at the individual level, and it goes to the extreme during emergency. Recently this guy, one of my student in India, I told you, he got hit by the car, and the car made him jump at least 5 feet above, then he fell down, brain hemorrhage, 72 hours in a emergency room. When he went to the hospital, did the doctor follow the universal approach? Hey, how are you? What is your name? Let me check your blood pressure. Let me check your heart. No! Emergency laws applies there. Are you getting it? Action. I'm talking of action taken by the doctor during emergency, during specific cases, and universal. That is where the duty comes. Are you getting it? Action, I have a freedom, but with a responsibility. What is that responsibility? Is the duty. What is that duty? What is right and good? That is the process I am thinking while awakening to Viveka. So this guy was hit, and I could see he is the bread earner of the family. Whatever little contribution I wanted to make, first thing that I did, I deputed two people and I said, you have to go to their house and contribute this. I'm going to send you. Contributing. There is not should be one contributing factor. There must be. You are contributing to me, so I must contribute. I must follow the same. And now the best part, that after 72 hours he returned, and now he is attending a group session. He cannot speak. He has some problem with the larynx. And in that group he always thumbs up, and everyone is surprised and happy. That how even the doctor was saying that how he came out of that hemorrhage. We were thinking that after 72 hours some part of the body would have been paralyzed. Leave that part. First part is the action with what is right and good, is what the Shreyas is. We have discussed. Now see, everything is come together. So then comes the outcome. I am the only guy who is contributing. There are many other factors who are contributing to reach to that outcome. What should I do? So this Krishna talks in detail, and I will talk about this. It will come into this teaching. What is my attitude towards action? My attitude towards the action is filled with an emotional dependence. Problem will be there. That is why we have to choose what is right and good. And what should be the attitude towards the outcome? My attitude towards the outcome. I teach a lot of people. If I get obsessed with the outcome, I taught you. Why you forget? Why you are in stress? What the heck you are talking? I taught you in the last year in that session. So I am not only the contributing factor in the success of other person. I am one of many factors. Mental attitude, what thoughts are going on in your mind at that time of listening. So it means I will get upset with everyone every time. So Krishna says, it is better to perform an action instead of being lazy. No, I will not perform the action. It is better to do an action instead of believing in fate, going to the astrologer. Oh, no, you will get $10,000, and that is the project. You will get $1 million. Oh, your planet shows. And if nothing happens, then you start abusing that astrologer. attitude towards the outcome should be calm in the peace, in the presence of the outcome, whether it is success and failure, whether it is profit or loss, whether there is a victory and defeat, joy and the sorrow. Viveka says, I am independent, I am not worthy of suffering. I recognize there are not one contributing factor. If I am the only contributing factor that I believe, think of it, what happens? Ego takes over. So ego is frustrated. I am not frustrated. Again, we have to contemplate again and again, go to the ultimate cause of it. Is action responsible for this outcome? No, I have a free. Does the action follow what is right and good? Universal laws is applicable everywhere. Here it is a right hand driving. If I start left hand driving, universal law. I have to follow. It's so simple. It's a common sense approach. See, my friend, we are talking of the fourfold practices. That is how this master explains in a different way, that results into, that prepares the mind for awakening. I have to contemplate and reflect. Attitude towards the action is one definition of yoga given by Krishna. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Equanimity of the mind is yoga. I gave another example. Now, I didn't give another example, so after the session, this example simply flashed to my mind. Look at the tree. Seed is sown. We are a seed. I'm comparing every human being as a seed and a normal seed. So you put the fertilizer, you put the water, and sow the seed. The moment there is a sapling, it brings the joy in the minds of farmers. I'm talking about conscious evolution and transformation with reference to the Viveka. What do you mean? And then this seed grows sapling into a little plant. Am I doing anything? No. I have made my action. I have sown the seed, I put the fertilizer, I put the fencing. Finished. Then this plant grows further. It has stem and the many branches. It has the flower and the fruit. What the tree is doing? As the tree grows, it connects, it contributes, it celebrates. As the tree matures, as there is a maturity of the tree, it keeps on contributing. It keeps on connecting. And because of that connecting and contributing, it is celebrating the life. We claim I have become mature. How to know that? You are wrong. I blame and complain. The more intelligent I become, I give a reality status to the world instead of connecting, contributing, and celebrating my life. That is the absence of Viveka. A tree grows maybe 20 feet. It gives the shadow, it gives the flower, it gives the fruits, and it gives you, when it dies, it is still can be used. Why it is not so with us? Because I have given a reality status to the world outside. That is why we have to understand clearly what is real, what is false, and what is unreal. The moment I have given a reality status to the world, I am an individual. Individual is ruled by the commander-in-chief. That commander-in-chief is the ego. That ego is the I thought plus body, breath, mind, intellect, plus reflected consciousness. This is what an individual is. And that individual feels that I must get the outcome. I am the only factor which should bring the outcome. So, two definitions. Yoga karmashu kaushalam. Attitude towards the action should be finest, should be 100%. My focus in our life, our focus in our life should be on the action. What is action? Thought, speech, and action. The way I talk to my honey, even if unexpected outcome. Second definition of yoga. See that? First action, I'm going to talk. Action is going to talk to my honey, and for an outcome. So outcome, I'm only one of the many contributing factors in his or her life. Then what comes? Samatvam yoga chite. Equanimity is yoga. What is equanimity in yoga? That today, at just now, I am in peace. So should I remain in peace before the action, during the action, after the action? I have an emotional maturity. I don't get carried away by the other contributing factors which makes me reactive, angry, agitated. Where I land up naturally to the universal law of kindness, of compassion, of peace and calm. We are going still deeper. I just add one more point and then I will return. Real self, consciousness. Reflected consciousness is an individual. As an individual, I am reflected, you are also an individual. So means the real self manifests as an individual. Gold manifests as a necklace, as a bracelet, as a ring. But gold is gold. So can I say this individual is a manifest real self? Yes. This individual, now I left the false understanding. Now I say, but this is, what the real self, because of the consciousness, nothing can manifest. So this individual with the body, breath, mind, intellect is a manifest, it is expressed real self. The way the ring is a manifest gold, bracelet is a manifest gold, car is a manifest steel. Go ahead. Are you clear? So the supreme consciousness manifests as a word, and that word is the God. What it means? I'm talking to the honey, I still say honey, but inside me I say she is a manifestation of the God, so I should move with the respect and kindness. Little deeper, but not so deep. You are a seeker, you can understand. So if the entire world is a manifestation of that supreme consciousness as a God, so everyone is God. How to treat and think and speak and act with that God, which is the world outside, is a contributing factor for my success and also for my failure. If I change my attitude in all my outcome of an action, that it is the God giving me the result. I am one of many elements as a contributing factor. This is also summarizing. This is also a law of attraction that you might have heard.
But from other side, Arjuna was on the battlefield
Huh?
and fight.
What did you say?
From other side, Arjuna was warrior on the battlefield.
Yes, Arjuna. Yes, if we look back in...
Everybody on this battlefield was manifestation of the God.
Yes, you're right. Manifestation of the God. And there comes the action part. So if everyone is the manifestation of the God, what is my action? My action should be what is right and good. What is right and good is dharma. It is against adharma. So he fought the war against adharma to establish dharma at that time. In the society, the judge, the law enforcement agencies, the cops, they settle that justice in the society. We don't take law in our hand. What is the case with Arjuna? Arjuna was Kshatriya, the warrior. We are Brahmins. That is one way to understand. It goes deeper. So, being a Brahmin, my job is to pass on the knowledge, to teach, to educate, to remove the ignorance. The second group of the society is a warrior. They have to establish that knowledge of the dharma in the society. So Krishna knows that he was warrior, so fight it out. Fight it out. Yes, lot of confusion comes there. Lot of confusion. Sasha was asking that how come Krishna taught violence to thousands and millions of the people Arjuna killed. Even if you are not killed, you will be killed by the existence one day. Better you are killed before. First reason. Second reason, whom we are killing. Am I killing the real self?
No.
So it means I give a reality status to you that you are real. And then I'm going to kill you. Okay, I'm going to kill you. What about trillions of the cells are being killed every 7 years? Every 7 years, we had a new physical body. It's scientifically proven. 49 years, 7 times you are changed. No, you are not changed. Body that you are not has changed. So I have taken birth 7 times and I died naturally 7 times. But in accordance with the action of what is right and good, what is right and good is just dharma. Dharma. I follow the dharma, universal approach, universal ethical approach. A priest is sitting in a church and you go there and you say, I'm ready for a confession. So, and he says, okay, and suddenly he saw a snake, cobra. He said, hell with your confession, first let me save my life. That is dharma. That is dharma. We should clearly understand this. Universal law, then specific law at the individual level, then emergency situation. When a patient goes into emergency, the doctor's role is to put them on fluid and do the emergency care. And at the universal level, you go there, doctor, I have a headache for the last 1 week, and then they start the inquiry, diagnosis. So they follow the dharma. Approach is different. Approach is different. Why approach is different? Because what is demanded, what is right and good in that situation. Take another example. One truck is speeding towards me and I know it is against the ethics and moral universal law to drive on the left side. But I know if I jump onto the left side, I can save myself. What should I do? Should I follow universal law, keep driving on the right side and truck is speeding and going to hit me and kill me? Apply the same thing in our relationship, apply the same thing in the business, apply the same thing in our family values. You will find out. You will see the result. Why we apply that? Attitude towards the outcome of an action should not disturb my peace of mind. I should remain. Equanimity is yoga. What it is known as samatvam yoga uchyate. What is samatvam yoga uchyate? Equanimity. Means the mind is not at all affected by any changes that is happening in the world outside, because it is not real. It is only a manifestation. Another part I should talk to you, you can understand it easily. You should not start craving for it. Now, once I apply that action and I maintain the calmness for the outcome, because I'm not thinking about the outcome now. I have contributed. Let me see what happens. At the same time, the entire world of name and the form is nothing but the God to me. So I change my desire for the wealth and the pleasure. I will get it. So you might have seen, some master blessed a guy and he got $1 million, etc., etc., a lot of stuff, and those mantra he practiced. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So at that moment, that seeker whose intention was to get $1 million was so intense, and the teacher he met, so-called blessing, they united together and they got it. That's another part. So Purushartha has four aspects: wealth and pleasure. Two, dharma and moksha. Nirvana has the two aspects. Mind live in discernment and viveka and vairagya both. It can continue to live in viveka and vairagya while living a professional social life, provided dharma and moksha are the goals. Dharma simply means following the universal laws, personalized at the individual level, need to be taken care of at the emergency level. Snake is here, cobra, and now I see that I have something I can kill or I can make it run away. And I say, no, I am a non-violent person. Come on, snake, kill me. So we have a wrong interpretation of this dharma. Universal level. You know, the time comes. Go back to the same thing. The viveka works only with one head. Vairagya only comes with one head. If you have 10 heads, it will not work. It will not work at all. I can tell you, I can give you hundreds of examples of this. You're talking to your daughter. Daughter, you have to go to the college. At the same time, second head is working. If she doesn't agree, then I will be angry. Second head you have already created. Third head is also created. How come? Third head says, okay, let her not agree, I will not pay her. See, Viveka is lost now. Where is my focus? My focus is on likes and dislikes and reaction and anger and hesitation. Did I not tell you this woman in New Jersey, her daughter burned the seat cover? Huh?
You told me.
And she asked me, do I stop? I said, no. You cannot stop her paying. Why? Because you are her mom. It is your responsibility. It's your duty, what is right and good. After a few days, she realized. And then I put up another question. I said, you paid her for car, you paid her for her fees out of love, out of sense of belongingness. You contributed. Can you pay with the same love, or do you feel some problem with paying to me? Oh, I am spending so much. So she told, it was a long conversation. So she told me that, I find that my daughter has a different relationship with me than you. Even then I love you. I said, for the sake of relationship, continue to pay her. If you say that you have a special relationship, let her live her life. You just tell her, let her sit, calm down. This is not fair. This is going against the normal living of a life. So it is better. You say that, and don't connect your paying to her with what wrong she has done. She agreed to it. they are living such a wonderful relationship. Always, my mom, my mom. Fair enough, she has become wiser. Same thing applies to our relationship. Because the world, life is action. Human life is action. We cannot live without action. You become lazy, you become tamasic. You goes against the universal law, you goes against everything in the life. That's why you see the lazy, obsessed people. We have no choice but to act. But action, only the human race has a free will to act. But that action comes with the responsibility. This is all viveka, responsibility of what is right and good. What is right and good has to be along with the universal law, not with what I think is right and good. What I like, I feel it is good. That is wrong. What I dislike, I feel it is good. That is wrong. So this woman thought what she dislikes is right, and hence anger will come. It's so simple. You don't agree with me, so I'm angry. I did not check whether what I said is right and good. Another way to understand this viveka and the vairagya. And you'll be surprised that if you go contemplate and reflect, it follows the binary format. I think I told before also. Someone told me, what is end of suffering and what is awakening? I said it is moksha or nirvana. Then he asked me, what is nirvana or moksha? I said it is self-knowledge. Did you understand? Yes, I understood. But I have lot of confusion. I said, then tell me you have not understood. You have to follow the Eastern wisdom. I have to open up all the principles. So I told him, you have only heard the word moksha, nirvana. In Christianity, we use the word salvation. Salvation. You have only heard the word. You don't know. What are these words? You imagined as if moksha, nirvana and salvation has something to do with the name and the form. Not possible. You have a wrong notion. Oh, that is what I was thinking. I said that will not work. You don't have the basis. You don't know the basics. No, I thought that after 7 days I will die. I said, who will die? Don't ask me unnecessary questions. There the viveka comes. Vairagya comes. All these principles of knower and the known, objective and the subjective reality, we need to understand. Understanding is knowledge, knowledge is awareness. This master says prayer is just remembering. At least when I remember that I am the real self, I have kept a distance with the body, breath, mind, intellect, my stress, disturbances, reaction as an individual separate from me. So when I evolve, I rise in awareness, I absorb into meditation. That means the seed is becoming a tree as I grow and evolve. I reach to that state. I find that peace and happiness within.